Yep. Very cold outside. Ooh. Whew, it's cold out. I thought it was warm, but yeah, elevated convection, huh? Elevated. Yeah, the warm front lifted north of me, but it's still cold outside. Probably because of some of the wind off the lake. It's raining pretty hard outside right now. Ooh. I'm just gonna... I'm back. Yep. Some pretty heavy rain, thunder, and lightning here in Oswego. But it's really chilly outside. You know, normally with this kind of weather, it'll be warm outside, but no, it's cold outside. Not like 30s, but like upper 40s, low 50s. Like, I'm shivering, and I got 2 layers on. I got my my Amazon vest on and a undershirt on, so it's not that cold. I should not be that cold, considering I'm also not outside. I'm in the vestibule, and it's mostly protected from the wind. Look at that. The rain just calmed down. It's just light drizzle right now. Look at that. It's thundering pretty good out. Nothing too crazy, but this is a pretty thick band. I know there's a little bit of a lull, like the rain's calmed down, but it's about to get really heavy again. I'm gonna check the radar one more time. I was wondering as to why I couldn't see lightning on radar scope. Turned out I turned it off so I can get a better view at the storm structure. And so I can, use the tilt option better. Well, anyway, the most intense convection is to my south. So is the most intense lightning. Yeah, we're just getting some heavy rain. Some elevated convection coming through. Might be surface-based, but yeah, considering it's also over the lake, which is really chilly, it's leading me to think that this is elevated convection. And there are also forecasting snow for next Tuesday, which I find a little hard to believe. Oop, more lightning. Now it's to my east. Yeah, the most intense part of the system's passed by to my southeast now. You know what's so crazy about like 12 hours ago? 12 hours ago, we were having thunder snow. We were having thunder and lightning, but not from convective activity, but from very heavy snow. There was wintry precipitation earlier today. That's how it started. We had snow, sleet, and freezing rain this early afternoon with thunder snow. There was thunder snow in Buffalo. But now we're getting convective thunderstorms, like from instability. I mean, it was kind of from instability, like it was convective over Michigan, like elevated convection, but then it moved over Buffalo and was producing a good amount of thunder and lightning over western New York. But it was wintry precip. There was thunder snow, but it was also wet snow at ground level. Look, now it's just drizzling. Like it literally was pouring and then boom, it just stopped. This is usually common with like surface-based convection, but keep in mind these storms are moving really fast. These cells are moving really fast eastward. We had thunderstorms a few hours earlier. That was the warm front. This is not warm or cold front. This is, I believe, this could be the cold front. I'm not sure, because it was chilly before the front came through, and there's more convection to the southeast over Pittsburgh. So I'm not sure if this is the cold front. Also, there's no wind out. The wind is still coming in from the south, meaning the front has not passed through yet. Yeah, also the forecast high is to be 71 today, meaning the cold front has not passed through yet and it won't pass through till this afternoon. I believe this is just the convection that's related to the severe weather. I believe this is just elevated convection. Yeah, see, there's still lightning going on. But I believe this is elevated convection because of how chilly it is outside. But the atmosphere just a couple thousand feet up is much warmer. But then once you get up, it's very unstable. That's why you're getting these thunderstorms. Elevated convection. Elevated convection means the surface is stable, but above that stable cool layer, it's unstable. I'm going to check the radar again. Alrighty. Well, it's definitely not over. There's a lot more heavy precip to my south and west. It's coming my way. This is actually just the leading edge of some very steady, heavy rain. Yeah. This is part of the, what is it called? This is frontal precip, but way ahead of the front. This is the moisture. This is the tropical moisture that's coming in, that's overriding the cold air. Not a warm front. The warm front's already lifted north. This is just moisture that's just being forced up. Yeah. Also, there's a severe thunderstorm watch in PA and a tornado warning in near Pittsburgh, south of Pittsburgh. There is a severe thunderstorm watch right up to the PA, western PA, New York border. Also goes into Ohio. So Cleveland's right on the edge of the severe thunderstorm watch. Believe it or not, I believe Oswego might have been in a marginal risk. Let me check. I'm just going to briefly check the marginal risk or the Storm Prediction Center outlook for my area. I believe it's just general thunderstorm, but it might be a slight, a marginal at least for where I am. Huh. Well, that's weird. Oh, that's a little weird. I'm not even under the general thunderstorm risk. I'm north of it, and yet there's pretty intense convection to my north too. Yeah, I'm not even in the general thunderstorm risk. The day one outlook for today doesn't even have, it only has severe thunderstorms up to central PA. Cleveland is under a severe thunderstorm watch. Well, yeah, let's look outside now. Still some lightning, and there's more convection to my west. Please feel free to comment. If you have any questions to ask me, please comment. I'm going back to sleep. I had a long day today, so I have two classes to take. Then I got to go back to New York City as I have a medical appointment tomorrow. So yeah, I got a very busy day tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, I have a medical appointment. Then I have to go right from my medical to an assessment for paratransit. Man, my knees are killing me so bad. Ooh, that was my knee. I don't know if you heard that pop. That was my knee. Sometimes when I sit down for long periods of time, I gotta pop that knee to relieve the pain. Like it kind of locks and pops. It's mostly my hip that's been doing that, but now my knee's doing it too. It's probably early onset arthritis, that reversible kind. Because cartilage can, I believe, heal itself, like at a younger age. But in order for that, I need to lose a lot of weight. That's why I'm doing a keto diet. I'm doing keto, low carb, low fat, high protein. I have a condition called insulin resistance. Yet I'm not diabetic, but I do have insulin resistance. Basically, instead of flushing out the blood sugar like the body should, the sugar, instead of being flushed out, is immediately stored as fat. It's why I've always had weight issues my whole life. It's same issue with my father's side of the family. Always had weight issues, despite eating a normal, healthy diet. But it's genetic, so I figured out what I should do. So I've seen an endocrinologist. She told me I have insulin resistance. Told me it was not because of my diet. Told me that the reason was, as I suspected, genetics. And that's why she put me on 3 different medications: metformin, Ozempic, and Jardiance. The Jardiance to flush out the excess blood sugar so it doesn't accumulate in the body and leads to either high blood sugar or excess weight. The metformin to force the sugar into the cells to be used as energy so it's not stored as fat, and the metformin to help with the blood sugar, but also appetite, to ensure that I eat less, to have less of an appetite. And it works. I haven't been hungry. My body's been tolerating the Ozempic pretty well, but if I eat more than I that I'm used to, or if I eat the same amount that I usually do, I have really, really bad heartburn. So I've been watching my portions, and I'm only eating if I feel like eating, which is unusual. Like, I've been literally making myself eat when I'm not hungry to ensure that I don't develop cravings. Like, I've been forcing myself to eat healthy foods, just, keto, don't eat cakes. I've been eating really healthy, but still, my knee still hurts, but I've lost about 25 pounds over the past couple months. Ooh, rain's getting even heavier again. No hail, because this is a very small roof. The roof is literally right here. Anyway, and now it's just over. More convection to the west. All right, I'm ending the live stream, but keep in mind that there's two kinds of insulin resistance. There is the acquired kind, meaning it's because of improper diet, like not taking care of your body. That's why it's called acquired. You're not born with it, it's acquired. It means it's reversible. And there is the genetic kind, which is much harder to deal with because it's not acquired. The difference between acquired and not acquired is it may seem like, oh, no matter what I do, I can't lose weight. That's what it may seem like. With some people, they might eat junk food all the time, eat unhealthy, and they're really skinny. But their blood work will show that they're not healthy. In my case, my blood work, my cholesterol, very good. My only thing that's been high, there's only two things that have been high in my body: triglycerides and liver enzymes and the A1C. Here's a funny thing about my triglycerides being high. That's fat, right? Cholesterol is good, which indicates how I eat. A1C is high. Fasting blood sugar, surprisingly, is good, but a little bit elevated. But here's why we think it's insulin resistance and not why it's not my diet. Because all the markers that point to an unhealthy diet are missing. Cholesterol, good. Blood glucose fasting, good. Everything that points to it being a lifestyle isn't there. And that it's puzzled me and it puzzled my endocrinologist. She initially thought by looking at me, oh yeah, it's your diet. But the blood work said something else. And when I told her, when I complained to her about my genetics and told her about my family history, she was like, yeah, that's definitely it. My mom was like, oh, it's what I do, it's how much I eat. And they're like, do you see how much she eats? And she's like, he probably eats in the middle of the night or goes out and eat junk food all the time. They're like, okay, let's do a blood test. And the blood test showed healthy blood, good cholesterol, like even a little bit low, like below average. Like my cholesterol is 120, 130. My HDLs are good. My LDLs are good. My low density lipoproteins are below what they should be. The bad cholesterol is under. And my HDLs, the high density lipoproteins, they're also a little bit low. My overall cholesterol is in the healthy range, but they're saying increase the HDLs. But they're saying that LDLs are good, but they're saying you need to increase the HDLs, the high density lipoproteins, which is found in olive oil. They're saying I'm not getting enough of the HDLs, but they're saying the LDLs are good. So that's good. My LDL, my low density lipoproteins, the ones that stick, that low density, meaning the ones that are hard to flush out, are good. The high density, which is the ones you want high, are also a little bit low. On the low side, still in the normal range, but on the lower end of normal. So they're saying you need to increase the HDLs to force the LDL levels to get even lower. But they're saying my cholesterol overall is very low, like good low. But it's just that the ratio is still good. My doctor told me still a good ratio, but make it a little better. Instead, eating more salads, more vegetable oils. Yeah, so that's good. So, for me, you see how I have this big belly right here? But yet, look at my arms, right? See how slim they are? That's a sign of insulin resistance. This is normally the type of belly people would get from it's called a beer belly, right? Thing is, I'm 200, I was 300, over 300 pounds. Now I'm in the low 280s, high 270s. Still, I'm 100 pounds overweight. But my arm size, look at that, it does not look overweight. Like, see, very little fat. In fact, me and my my personal trainer, we did a body composition test. They're saying that my percentage of muscle is really good. My percentage of fat is a little elevated, but not bad. They said it's 35% fat. A little higher than what I wanted, but my BMI was about 40, but my fat percentage was 35%. Still not what I wanted. They said it should be below 30, but 35, she told me, isn't too bad. The fact that I have more muscle than fat in my body is good. Close to 50% muscle, 35% fat, the rest is water. She also told me that of that, majority of my body is water, but she's saying it was a little bit low, that I need to hydrate better. Hopefully, with these medications, and especially with the Jardians, it will force my body to go into ketosis, and I'll continue to lose weight. Because I have a lot of energy. That's why I'm up right now. It's the blood sugar. It's doing its thing. So anyway, going back to weather topics, I'm probably going to delete this live stream, because it's not too much rambling, but I'm so tired. All right. Yeah, the thunderstorm woke me up. I'm going back to bed. Jeez. These severe weather, I feel so bad for Grand Junction, Tennessee. Yeah, Grand Junction was hit really bad. Haven't seen damage photos, but based on the photos of the tornado, how high the debris was lofted, the fact it was a wedge, we're easily looking at EF4 plus damage. Yeah, Grand Junction it may have to be rebuilt entirely. But this was a quick mover. This was a very fast moving tornado. But that tornado lofted debris, it's going to be EF4 190. I don't think it was EF5, at least based on the speed it had. But yeah, debris was over 40,000, close to 50, so between 40 and 50,000 feet. So yeah, we're looking at, I would say Grand Junction is the Grand Junction tornado, the one that touched down in Mississippi, crossed into Tennessee. That's going to be EF4 plus. Brett Adair was chasing it, but he turned back around. Probably he ran into damage along the way and wanted to help people out. Yeah, so I'm going to bed now. I will make another live stream from my desktop when I get back on Monday. I'm getting back Sunday night. Oh, it still says I'm streaming on my PC, but I ended the live stream. So, okay, it says stop streaming. Let's see. I'm not streaming right now, see? It's an old live stream. See, stream finished. All right, I'm going to end the stream now. I'm going back to bed. Yeah, I told you it was cold out. 47 degrees and raining. 47. I told you it was upper 40s. Just as I suspected. Let's see. Any tornadoes? Um. All right. Let's see. We got a tornado warning in eastern Kentucky. East Central Kentucky. In Central Kentucky we have a tornado warning. Radar indicator rotation. That's probably hail. Yeah, that's probably from hail. Yeah, hail. Oh, wow. We got some tornadoes in the Nashville area. Radar indicated rotation. Let's see. Let's see what that is. Okay, radar indicated rotation. And this is also radar indicated rotation. Okay, so no confirmed tornado. Squall line, like a line, kind of like a line segment with an embedded supercell in here. Let's look at velocity. Okay, that looks a little suspicious. Some very strong winds here. But why am I a little concerned? You see that red and that green that come close together. If this could be some broad rotation, but right now it doesn't look like it's rotating. But you see how this is a line? So this could potentially become a QLCS. You see this area, this black area? That's from all the buildings. That's from all the skyscrapers. So downtown Nashville is being slammed by strong winds right now. These are some really strong gusts, about close to 60 mile per hour winds. Yeah, look at that, 55. Yeah, the main threat in Nashville right now is just damaging winds. That's why it's an embedded severe thunderstorm warning 2. The warning is for quarter-sized hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. There was hail at 419. Looks like the storm's already moved. Yeah, these are discrete storms right here. See? You have these discrete supercells here. But this is becoming a line segment. But you're getting multiple lines too. Look at that. You're getting multiple lines of storms. Radar indicator rotation. Again, radar indicator rotation. Yeah, you see that special marine warning? I'm surprised there's a special marine warning out. Wind gusts of nearly 50 knots. These are elevated convection. There's not going to be any wind with this. Why post a special marine warning for elevated convection? There's no wind with this. This system is completely windless. Check velocity. Yeah, no wind. I mean, look at the wind. Yeah, lightning nearby. That's true. But look at the wind direction. You see that? Northerly winds. There's no. These storms are completely without any wind. These storms have no wind at all. Maybe some small hail. Let me check correlation coefficient. No, maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit of hail here. Yeah, see those little drops in the correlation coefficient? Like here, 434. That's indicative of maybe some small hail. Yeah, see? Right there. Might have been maybe some really small hail, like not even pea size. Like maybe granule-sized hail reaching the ground. Because this is near the ground, so maybe up to pea-sized hail. With some of the more intense convection. I'm in Oswego. The convection's passed me already. I'm actually here. The thunder I'm hearing is from this stuff over here, over Orwell and by Montague. Yeah, see Montague, New York. You see right here, Oswego. Yeah, now it's raining again. That's from that. Yeah, that's from that. Ow. Yeah, that was my knee popping. Yeah, all right. Let's see. What is that tornado sign? Why is there a tornado symbol? Oh, 241. Small lowering bowl shape, slowly rotating, no debris. Okay, slowly rotating. I would say that's a mesocyclone, maybe a wall cloud. No, that's a wall cloud, not a funnel cloud. That's a wall cloud. He should have put it down as a wall cloud, not a funnel cloud. But I understand where he's coming from. Ooh, nickel-sized hail. Yeah, 0.88. That's nickel size. What time? 4:32 a.m. So like literally 12 minutes ago, like really recent. Yeah, it's from this storm right here. How's from that? So nickel-sized hail. So not too big. Alrighty, folks. Thank you for watching. Good night.